Hey there, it's Mitzi. Welcome to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk a few minutes about some favorite Christmas movies. Now, I love Christmas movies and we watch a lot of them. I start watching Christmas movies at the beginning of November because I love them so much, and I can watch them anytime, but I do try to save them for November and December. But one of the movies on here I can watch anytime, and I'll talk about that one later on. But I just kind of wanted to talk about just a few different ones that we enjoy. We have accumulated so many movies over the years. When my husband and I first married, we would, back then it was VHS tapes, that's how old we are, but we would buy one VHS Christmas movie on VHS tape every year. And so we slowly would accumulate all these movies, and then of course we switched over to buying DVDs and so forth. So we have accumulated a lot of them. I know that you can stream all these movies and all of that, but I like to have my own copy of these movies so that I can always have them and watch them. And there are even a couple of VHS tapes that I'm going to share too, but most of them we have transitioned to at least a DVD. So the first one is, this is the original Christmas classics, and it has 7 holiday favorites. And we've had this for several years. It has lots of the ones that most of us know. They're animated. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is one of our favorites. We always watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We always watch Santa Claus is Coming to Town. We like that one a lot. That one's on here. There's others on here like Frosty the Snowman, The Cricket on the Hearth, Little Drummer Boy, and Frosty Returns. I like Frosty the Snowman out of those, but the rest of them I don't care as much about. Now, I do tell you though that I love Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. It's included in here, and I always want to watch Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. I love that one, which I love A Christmas Carol anyway, the story, and there are so many adaptations. And so Mr. Magoo is one of my favorites of the adaptations for Christmas Carol. I just love the way the little songs on there, and my son, when he was in like 2nd grade, pretty much memorized the songs on there and would sing them. He loved them so much, so we always watch that one. It's one of his favorites to watch too. So this is a great set because there's so many on here, and we watch those pretty much every year. My husband enjoys this one a lot, which I like it too. It's the Jim Carrey version of A Christmas Carol, Disney's version of the Christmas Carol. I like this one a lot because I just like the way Jim Carrey does Ebenezer Scrooge in this one. Now, there are some parts in it that are weird that I don't understand why they included in this adaptation, but I do like the feel of this one. It feels a little darker, which I think's what Christmas Carol is supposed to feel like. So I do like the mood of this one a lot, and so we always watch this one. This is one that we just recently picked up several years ago. We have this game, this trivia game that we play every year, and it's just trivia, Christmas trivia questions. And one of the questions, well, it would be on several of the cards, would always talk about this movie, The Lemon Drop Kid, and we never could answer any of the questions on that trivia. So when we saw that there was a copy, I think this was at a used bookstore, there was a copy of The Lemon Drop Kid, we had to pick it up. And so we've watched this, I don't know, we've probably had it 2 or 3 years maybe. And I like this one a lot. It is in black and white, and it's called The Lemon Drop Kid, and it stars Bob Hope. And what is the song? There is a song on this one, Silver Bells. It's the first time Silver Bells is ever performed is in this movie, The Lemon Drop Kid. I really enjoyed this one. I didn't know what I would think, but it's Bob Hope, and he does a great job. If you've never seen this one, The Lemon Drop Kid, when you look at it, you think, oh, that's not Christmas, but it is, in fact, a Christmas movie, even though the title doesn't sound like a Christmas movie. And, of course, the way it looks, the cover doesn't look like it. It is, in fact, a Christmas movie, and I highly recommend it. I enjoy it. If you like old classic black and white movies and Bob Hope, you might enjoy The Lemon Drop Kid. And this is one, again, that we had heard about for years and never watched. So now that's one we watch too. Another one from my childhood that we had to pick up because we loved this when we were children is The Year Without a Santa Claus. This is the one with the Snow Miser and the Heat Miser, and I always loved their little songs that they sing. It's a competition between the two brothers keeping either hot or cold in Southtown, and they asked for it to snow in Southtown to bring Santa Claus back around for Christmas spirit, basically. And there's an argument between the two brothers, but they're trying to get it to snow in Southtown. So that's what this one is about. But I like it because of the two brothers, one wanting it hot and one wanting it cold. I just think it's really a cute one. So that's a favorite. Another one that was a favorite of my son's when he was younger, my 23-year-old loved this one when he was younger, that is Jingle All the Way. And I like this one a lot because it's a fight for this Turbo Man. It is the toy of the year. Everybody wants a Turbo Man, and it's the toy that you just cannot find. And Arnold Schwarzenegger plays as the dad who is trying to find it on Christmas Eve of all times. And of course he can't find a Turbo Man. And it goes in a totally different direction because he's trying to, in search of this Turbo Man. And I was a kid during the time of the Cabbage Patch Kid. And when everybody went after the Cabbage Patch Kid. Now, I was a little older. I was too old for Cabbage Patch Kid dolls, but my little sister, she had one. And that was a big deal. I mean, there was on the news women fighting, moms fighting for Cabbage Patch Kids in the store because they were such a thing that year. And it was really kind of scary whenever you saw these news, this footage on the news of these ladies acting like children fighting over a box that had a Cabbage Patch Kid in it. So anyway, that's what it reminds me of when I watch this. It's kind of making fun of that whole, fighting for the toy on Christmas Eve or near Christmas time when that toy was such the thing to get that year. So Jingle All the Way is another one that we usually watch. It's funny. It has some funny scenes in it. Of course, I love How the Grinch Stole Christmas because this was one that we watched when I was a kid. I have this book. It's just a great story. And I like the original cartoon of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I know they've made others and those are okay, but for me, I like the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I like the colors in this one. I like the music in this one. It's just a favorite. And then I have a couple of VHS tapes that we still have. We still have a VHS player. Now, this was not a favorite of mine, but my son enjoyed it, and that was because the Rugrats was a thing. We didn't watch much Rugrats because we didn't have cable, and Nickelodeon was a cable station. But he did have little VHS tapes of some of the little movies, and it was the Santa experience for the Rugrats. And this is a cute one. I'm not a big Rugrats fan, but I really do like the Santa experience. This one's actually a cute little movie, and the kids enjoyed it. We don't really watch this one now, but we did. I actually enjoyed Recess. That came when I was married. That little show, the animated series Recess, came out. But I loved it. I remember watching it on TV just because I liked it. And so when the Christmas movie came out, this one is Recess Christmas Miracle on 3rd Street. It's a holiday movie that's in VHS. I loved this little movie, and I just love these little kids in Recess. I just think they're so funny. And a lot of the things that they do on this little show, now I haven't watched it in years, but a lot of things that they do on this little show, I remember as a kid it being, they blow things out of proportion and they exaggerate it, but I remember feeling like these little kids are in this little show. So Christmas, the Recess Christmas, I did like. And again, it's a VHS tape. Okay, so then some of my really favorites that I watch every year. One of them is Christmas with the Cranks. This is actually an adaptation of a book called Skipping Christmas. That's really cute. It's the exact same thing as the movie. So if you've read the book, and you enjoyed it, I highly recommend the movie Christmas with the Cranks. It has Jamie Lee Curtis and Tim Allen, and it is so funny. My husband and I love watching this one, and we watch this every year. And then my favorite is Christmas with the Cranks and Miracle on 34th Street. I know that this is a remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Now it's probably outdated, but for me, this particular one, I don't know what year this came out, but that's the cover, and this is my favorite Miracle on 34th Street. I love this one. The music in this one, the costumes, the way Santa Claus is at Kohl's when the kids come to visit. Some beautiful scenes, some heartfelt scenes in this one, and I absolutely love it. And this Santa Claus is fantastic. I love his red suit. His suit is beautiful. The way he smiles and laughs, it's just what I imagine Santa Claus to be. So I love Miracle on 34th Street, and this one in particular. And then, of course, there's this one that you probably would be surprised at as my favorite. It's on this Frosty's Winter Wonderland, but it's not that one. There is an extra movie on here, and it's called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And I don't know if you can even see that in the corner, but it's the mice. And it's about these mice, the little boy mouse has written to Santa that Santa isn't real. He put it in the newspaper that Santa isn't real. So Santa's mad at this town. So the clockmaker decides to make this song that will, when Santa flies across at midnight on Christmas Eve, this song will sing. Well, the song will come out of the clock. Well, I love the little song. It's Christmas chimes are calling, Santa, Santa. I love it. And I thought it was fantastic when I was a kid. I love the music on this little movie. And there's a little song about miracles. Now, theologically, the miracle song isn't right because it says even a miracle needs a hand. Well, personally, I don't think that God needs me to do anything. But it's a cute little song, and I love the music in this one. So it's always been a favorite, and I always make my family watch this one. It's very short. I don't think it's maybe 20-30 minutes long, but I love it. But it's about the clockmaker making the chimes go off so that Santa will be their friend again. And it's got some really cute little parts, and it's animated, and I just love it. I think it's fantastic. And I know that that is not some wonderful prize-winning movie, but for me, it's one of my favorites. But the all-time favorite, and you probably share my opinion on this, is of course It's a Wonderful Life. This movie to me is the best movie of all. It's better than any of the other movies, and in fact, not just for a Christmas movie, it's at the top. It's such a great story, so heartwarming. Of course I love it because Jimmy Stewart stars in it. And I think I've been going through and watching a lot of Jimmy Stewart movies, but still this is my favorite, and still it's his best performance. I think that this is his best performance, even though I love him in so many other movies. But yes, It's a Wonderful Life is definitely at the top. I love this movie, and I can watch this all year long, not just at Christmas time. So those are some of the movies I have. I actually have another whole box of movies, but it would take too long to go through all of them. So I just thought I would spotlight some of my favorites. What are your favorite Christmas movies? Let me know if there's one that I didn't mention maybe here that you think I would enjoy. Let me know that in the comments so I can check it out too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.